Hey man, y'all already know, man. Check out Neicy Pooh Tv, man. Pranks, vlogs, all that shit, man. TL with her and she wants
all that shit.
Look, how can you go wrong? How can you go wrong?
Thick bitches in the club, it's a movie. 40 on my hip, I might bust out a two shorty. Threw that ass back for a stack, she a groupie. Told him bring a friend, cause this bitch tryna do me. Damn, loose off the goose, pull me up some more, please. Roll up the tree, we gon' need some more leaves. Stay taking risks, play with me, get a nosebleed. Back to back action, I'm ready.
And more importantly, someone I'm a huge fan of. If I'm beside myself, I know if I'm in awe, I know I'm not the only person in the room, right? I'm saying. I mean, if I was gonna sit here and list this brother's credits, we'd be here all night long. Because he's done so many things, hailing from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Okay, Texas in the building. As we all know, choir director, singer, songwriter, composer, impresario, music maestro, and prodigy. Been doing it all his life, but most importantly, he's a man of God, and he's gonna share his word, our word, that classic word. Y'all make some noise for my brother, Mr. Kirk Franklin. One more time. Was that cool with him walking that way?
Sometimes you do these things that happen in school. Not fair for people like me.
Man, we gonna get into all of that, man, because we got
I seem like I can't sit back.
He said no.
And that's the beautiful thing where, I've had the opportunity to get to know Kirk over the years, and this brother's spirit, his sense of humor, as you guys will see, that, I mean, it's so big. It's so amazing, man. And I can actually remember the first time I had the chance, again, grew up just on everything. I remember, but the first time I had the opportunity to meet you, I believe we were it was a school setting. I don't know if it might have been even a high school. We were sitting on the panel, and I was like 17, 18, and we were being interviewed, and I was so nervous because I was like, this is Kirk Franklin. And it was like one of those, I don't know if it was like an athlete's celebrity weekend or one of those type of things, but they had like the gospel Sunday. And I remember you, because I wasn't nobody at the time. I was just a young comedian, and you spoke so many positive words into me, and to hear that at that age, knowing, and you gave me a good word of just like staying focused and staying on it. And you probably, it was a moment in my life that I carried with me even to this day, but it was just who you were. It was just really just that, and that's when I talk about how beautiful this spirit is, and the opportunity, and the fact that you get a chance to do that here today, and everyone who's watching, we want to just
just to be here in Clark, Atlanta, and to be here with incredible young geniuses, and to be able to talk, and just to be in their presence is very powerful, because these are the images that I didn't see coming up as a young man where I came from. I didn't see this level of excellence that I'm looking at right now, and when you don't have representation, so well, you make Hollywood, the representation matters more than people realize, and to be able to come and see just all of this beautiful blackness, and just give you a sense of hope, especially at times that can be very hopeless. Because all you gotta do is turn on the news, and you can turn on the news, and in 30 seconds you just wanna, you wanna jump out the window.
That's a low vibration.
And so to be able to be here and see, just some of God's diamonds.
And I feel like we got some choir students in the crowd too. That's how I was first introduced to Kirk.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I'm still trying to find a way to get comfortable with this big old chair.
Do you want to go sit over there on the piano? Are you more comfortable over there?
Well, you know, I'll go there in a minute because I want to be able to see what they can do. You know, thank you for having me, and I think it's an incredible idea. You know, the very first album, I was homeless, I was broke, and a lot of the songs were written like in my car. The lady that adopted me had died 2 years before that. I was adopted when I was 4, by a 64-year-old lady. Wow. And she recycled newspapers and cans to pay for my piano lessons.
Her name is
Miss Gertrude. And she was a widow, and so, you know, raised on government cheese and, you know, food stamps and Goodwill clothes. And you know, like these piano lessons ended up being life-changing, right? And then I had a homeboy get killed when I was 15, and then that's when my faith kicked in, and you know, started my own personal relationship with Christ back then. And then when that started to happen, at the same time, I was in church, but I wasn't raised on church and music. I was raised on hip hop.
Right.
I was raised hip hop, R&B. You know, my little rap name was Kid Fresh. Jerry Curl wouldn't fully curl. He just wouldn't do what he was supposed to do. And so the music that inspired me was music that was in pop culture. Like I remember, you know, like taking a song like this. I remember taking a song. I told you you were gonna get over it.
I knew it.
I remember as a kid taking a song like this. Church. And so those moments for me is those inspired me to want to do music. But then when I got to know my faith, I started finding ways to try to communicate my love for the Lord, love for God. And so the urban influence just kind of continued in my mind.
Right.
And so I had no idea that I had potential. I had no idea because I didn't have, you know, mom and dad, anybody telling me I was good. So I didn't know that I had anything. I had no idea.
Right.
But as I started writing, I could see people around me, their response. It's like, oh, that's good. Yo, that's right. And then, you know, and then I also had this big problem, and the biggest problem I had is that I couldn't sing.
See, then we don't get into that because I don't believe you.
Well, I couldn't. Okay, now see, this was interesting. Like the singing that this generation enjoys now, that type of singing wouldn't have lasted in the early days of gospel, because in gospel you had to do all the riffs. Like when you hear like a Daniel Caesar, or you hear like a Gideon, like that works now. But back in, and I think y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like in gospel music, if you didn't sound like Kim Burrell, you didn't, you know, and smoking or all the riffs and stuff, you couldn't do gospel. You know what I mean? But now, you know, sort of catch the vibe, and it's totally different.
And you're the reason for a lot of that.
Well,
I'm telling you, he started the vibe. Right?
Because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eyes is on the spell. That's the reason why I sing. That's the reason why I sing. That's the reason why I
you just know that, especially in the space of gospel, because you're thinking you just want your music to be played in churches. You're not thinking that it could be first time of the gospel
You
album
don't think that at
platinum.
all. You don't think that at all. And also, when you say the gospel album listening, because of the genre, you're not also exposed to certain levels of managers and attorneys.
Right.
Because they don't live in that space.
Right.
It's because financially it hasn't been beneficial for them to live in that space. So nobody's there to be able to give you game. It's because it's gospel music.
Right. And sometimes, and we'll get into this on a couple of tracks, that the idea of making money off of gospel music
Wasn't even an idea. Wasn't even an idea. To the point that I didn't care if I was making money.
Right.
I just wanted people to hear my music.
Right.
Even though I needed money because I kept getting and they kept taking my car. I remember one time, it's because you're young, you ain't got no credit, and the credit you got, you messed it up. And like they were always reporting my cars, bro.
Wow.
Oh, bro, just embarrassing. I remember one time coming out of church, and this is like it would be insulting to try to cap you, right? So I'm sitting here in church, and I come out of church, and my son at the time is about 4, and I come out of church, and I come out of car rehearsal, bro, and like my car is gone. But because everybody's sitting around watching, it's like I gotta keep the cap going. I'm like, somebody that stole my car! So like I gotta keep the cap going. And my little man, my son says in front of me, Dad, they came and took your car.
Nobody stole that car. Man, and I love how you just broke that down in that song while we sing laid the groundwork for this incredible album. But track 2, he's able. Right? This is getting, because I know you're about to get down, but this is the first time and probably one of the few times we heard you on the lead vocal.
That's hilarious.
And he sound good singing he's able, right? Yeah. That you can't sing.
Well,
you sang on that record.
Well, once again, because in gospel music, as everyone can attest to, singing the bar has always been high.
Right.
It's always been high. So, especially in the 80s and 90s, like you can't play if you could touch that bar. I mean, you didn't even want to try to get on the field if you could touch that bar. So,
Right.
That was just a little bit of me trying to vibe through the song, but it's.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
Rolling.
You
clap.
got many of these.
Oh man, this is wow, man. Thank you.
Clap.
Thank you for allowing me to be a part of that beginning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
There it is. The crest is for you. Y'all make some noise one more time. And at this time, we get the opportunity to allow our young voices up tomorrow ask any questions. So we'll have you guys lined up on this side.
That's yet to be created.
Yes.
So when you see that camera,
That's deep. I have to catch that.
created, but think about the person that created that. They probably somewhere in the corner sucking their thumb. You know, we don't know what they went through mentally and emotionally to even create that. You know, so when you look at Thomas Edison and him trying to go through all of the light bulbs and they kept exploding. It's like at some point that can mess with you. So creatives have to have a certain, sometimes another level of being checked in on. Right. It's because we deal with these depressions and anxieties and all these emotional things that come, and they can come at some of the strangest times. Even in gospel music, it just breaks my heart, man, that we painted a picture to this generation, and it's our fault. Like anybody that's pissed off at organized religion, anybody that's pissed off about faith or church people, I'm letting you know, because as millennials, Gen Z's, it's our fault. It's our fault. We hid that we were sick. And because we hid that we were sick, we made you feel like, well, what do I do with my sickness?
Speak on it.
And if they're walking around sick like that in that building, I don't want none of that. It's because at least in the world I live in, everybody will admit if they're sick or not. And so we let you down by making you feel that we had all the answers, but the truth was the medicine wasn't even working for us.
Wow.
Man.
The song Silver and Gold, which you wrote that
The whole album.
the whole
dropping some gems.
knowing that the theme to me, and even it's expressed in the record, is, you know, what does it profit a man to gain the world but to lose his soul?
Yeah. Even though our flesh runs after it every day,
Right.
and we live in that tension, right? We live in that Jericho high tension.
Right.
Like, oh, I want God, but I want that bad. Oh, I want that, you know. Oh, I'm married, but she's fine. You know,
Right.
These tensions that we live in as people. Yeah, I'm married. She's fine.
Yeah. But that
I'm married, but she's fine. That's what I'm trying to say, to be able to say that. You know what I'm saying? And then you see, okay, well, why are you saying that? I'm saying it because I'd rather get that out than to let that stuff.
because that's a reality.
Let it sit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if I have
You
kids,
actually do.
I'm depressed. Let me not just live. If I told somebody that one of my biggest struggles sometimes with the worship movement, and I see it happening even in the white community, is because when I see in the white worship community and everybody's hands lifted, but our history has been a lot to the gospel music, which is more urban and black, is that the reason why a lot of us were not always lifting our hands, because we were too busy wiping our eyes. It's because the struggle of black people did always give them the liberty and the freedom of them. You know, when you can't pay your bills, it's hard to lift your hands. You're too busy wiping your eye. And so that's why our stories are so unique, and we can't lose the stories of our blackness. And we can't lose the stories of our authenticity. If you're a Christian and you're depressed, do not act like you're not. Be able to say it, to be able to sing it, to be able to discuss it, so that you're not suppressing something that the doctor can heal. It's because he only heals what we reveal. We suppress these things and not have a safe place to have a conversation, even musically. Like the song like and again, we were talking about this album, but like a song like Imagine Me. A song like Imagine Me is my cry out, you know, to God that, you know, everything that you want me to be, I don't see myself as that. But I'm going to try to imagine myself seeing that. I'm going to try to imagine seeing myself as a whole man and not the man that my mama said she didn't want. You know, or the young man that was not good enough that my father would leave me by myself. I think that we have to stop painting pretty pictures because we have acted like we're perfect people.
I'm right into the next track on the album. Track 4 is that exactly what's called on the Lord.
Call on the Lord.
And
that was my ode to the old school.
That's what I was about to say. That's that old school gospel.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was Sheila Bryce with that giant voice that reminded you of what old church sounded like. But to that point, it's like this was about giving God your problem and that pain.
That pain.
And when you're at the bottom, to call him more. So I need to understand the inspiration. I mean, obviously we have the pain that we all understand, but then to be able, because to me it sounds like I thought it was one. I was like, oh, he put the song that I've been hearing all my life, but this was an original
old school.
Feels like something a traditional Negro spiritual.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do at 22. I was trying to create a body of work that I was hoping everybody could listen to, because I felt like that. Well, like I just always wanted to reflect everything that I enjoy.
Right.
And so that song was something I hope that the older audience would enjoy.
Hey. You. C. A. U. C. Hey. You. C. A. U.
We want to sing for you.
I can't explain. Feel from heaven like a shower down. I smile, even though it hurts me, I smile. I know God is working, so I smile. Even though I've been for a while, I smile. You look so much better when you smile.
On the words, ready, we end.
I know, right? No, I'm trying. Oh, you looking for me? Just for the vlog. Let's see.
You did? You turned up. Appreciate you coming out.
The classics.
There it is.
Y'all, we just sung for Kirk Franklin. Like, how does it feel, Isaac? Tell the vlog.
It feels good, you know what I'm saying? We got the scene for Kirk Franklin.
It's kind of crazy though.
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of crazy.
Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, when we really look back on this, like, I feel like it's gonna be like we did that. Like, for real, like, we did that. Like, I gotta call my mama. Finna stop it. Okay, come on. We going back.
Y'all can stand on the steps
Back on the stairs.
One group, y'all. Come on. Is this the choir?
Yes.
Oh, that song, man. I needed that today. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
That's the group, y'all. My emotion.
No, we serious. We.
Listen, y'all. At rehearsal, knowing your music, practicing music without me and Miss P having to be there, doing what we gotta do because y'all said what? I wanna be Norman. I wanna be. You don't even sound like that. Nah, that was right here. Oh dang. So guess what happened? Guess what happened in 2 weeks? It's crazy. Guess what happened in a short amount of time from y'all saying that? 16-time Grammy Award winner. Super entrepreneur. Y'all ain't they not giving Nick his flowers. That's super entrepreneur. So that's what I'm saying. And guess who got a chance to sing for him and get pictures for him and get first and second row for him
And on the show.
Stop.
Stop it.
Exactly. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yes. Celebrities work, baby.
We had community service. Putting donuts in bags right now, wrapping them up. They making sandwiches over there too. Feel me? I think that one got some. They got,
It's gonna be better days. I'm hoping, I'm praying, been speaking out zips. Maybe that take the pain away. Been going on trips, might have to dip. Yeah, I gotta get away. Escaping my past, I knew it wouldn't last. I just had to have some faith. Baby, skip that, flip that. Flood my neck with diamonds, that's a drip check. Big flex, tell me why you hating, or you big mad, big sad. Cause on my head, fucking up a big bag, kickback. I did it on my own. I've been through so much shit, I deserve it. Worry my off, I know I'm not perfect. Sick therapeutic, just hope that it's working. I did it on purpose, I swear it was urgent. Off my had to show them I'm worth it. Made for this shit, I'm fulfilling my purpose. Lost my pops trying to cope with depression. She's so sexy, baby come caress me. Think she tryna test me. Sucking on my neck, she's come through in her test.